Hey, what's up, guys? This is Mansplaining Mike. This is the Mansplaining Mike Show, and today we're going to get into how it seems like liberals are upset that the assassination attempt against Donald Trump had failed. It's absolutely crazy some of the information you come across and some of the things that they're saying one day after an assassination attempt. We're going to get into a video clip of them seemingly being upset right now.
Own rhetoric, which has been quite fiery. And, some would say that he kind of called this upon himself.
There are things you can't erase. I mean, we all remember January 6th. We remember the president's rhetoric then.
He's called his political enemies vermin, and he's warned of bloodshed if he doesn't win again.
We have almost normalized violent rhetoric or violent sounding rhetoric with our political rhetoric. Using terms like, bloodbath.
After he was hit, former President Trump got up and said, fight, fight, fight. I think what we're hearing from people is that's not the message that we want to be sending right now. We want to tamp it down.
President Trump and his supporters have contributed to this violent rhetoric as well.
Well, absolutely, George. In March, he said, now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That will be the least of it. And let's remember January 6th.
As you were able to see in the video, the Democrats seem really upset that he survived. Also, they were lying. Trump did not call for violence. In fact, he was calling for peace, and we have proof of that right here as well.
So we're going to Texas. We're going to the southern border. As you know, we've completed the wall. They may want to expand it. We have the expansion underway. It's been tremendously successful, far beyond what anyone thought. We're stopping in large numbers the drugs coming into the country for many, many years and decades. We're stopping a lot of illegal immigration. Our numbers have been very good. There does seem to be a surge now because people are coming up. Some caravans are starting to form because they think there's going to be a lot in it for them if they're able to get through, but we're able to stop it. The wall has made a tremendous difference. I think some of you are coming with me, but the wall has made a tremendous difference on the southern border. As far as this is concerned, we want no violence, never violence. We want absolutely no violence. And on the impeachment, it's really a continuation of the greatest witch hunt in the history of politics. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. This impeachment is causing tremendous anger, and you're doing it, and it's really a terrible thing that they're doing. For Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer to continue on this path, I think it's causing tremendous danger to our country, and it's causing tremendous anger. I want no violence. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
The claim Trump supporters and Donald Trump himself wanted violence is too easy to disprove. These videos are floating around all over the internet. And then we can flash forward to as recently as March, where Trump had predicted a financial bloodbath if the Democrats were to successfully hold on to office. The media was quick to willfully manipulate his words, especially Nancy Pelosi on this clip I have of her on CNN.
Before. But we just have to win this election because he's even predicting a bloodbath. What does that mean? He's going to exact a bloodbath? There's something wrong here. How respectful I am of the American people and their goodness.
Well, there you go, guys. You can see that Nancy Pelosi was lying, twisting his words around, taking a financial bloodbath and trying to turn it into a quote of a real bloodbath or a call for a real bloodbath. These people are so insane, and they're such liars. All they do is lie. Trump coined the word perfectly when he said the fake news media. But these calls for violence from the radical left have been happening for years. They just blame Trump for what they're actually doing. They do that and point at Trump and just say that it's really Donald Trump doing it, what they're doing. Here's a clip of Maxine Waters actually calling for violence against judges and senators.
We're looking for a guilty verdict. We're looking for a guilty verdict, and we're looking to see if all of the talk that took place and has been taking place after they saw what happened to George Floyd, if nothing does not happen, then we know that we've got to not only stay in the street, but we've got to fight for justice. But I am very hopeful, and I hope that we're going to get a verdict that is say guilty, guilty, guilty. And if we don't, we cannot go away.
And not just manslaughter, right? I mean,
oh no, not manslaughter. No. This is guilty for murder. I don't know whether it's in the first degree, but as far as I'm concerned, it's first degree.
Congresswoman, what happens if we do not get what you just told? What should the people do? What should protesters on the street do?
I didn't hear you.
What happens?
What should protesters do?
Well, we got to stay on the street, and we've got to get more active. We've got to get more confrontational. We've got to make sure that they know that we mean business.
Well, there you have it, guys. The people that's calling for violence is always the Democrats. They do it every time. Get up in people's faces, yell at them, scream. Get in your senators' faces and tell them how displeased you are. Get in the judges' faces. It's always a call for violence, to get in somebody's face and to make them feel uncomfortable in order to get what they want. They're terrorists. I mean, that's the definition of terror, is trying to rule through fear. And that's exactly what they're trying to do when they tell you to get in circuit judge courts' faces and demand that they find rulings the way you want them to. That's not how this system works. That's not how America is set up. And all of these screams and cries about how Democrats want democracy, it's a lie. We're not even a democratic country. A democracy was kind of the opposite of what we wanted. We have a constitutional republic. So everything they do is just a lie to get people excited and get them up enraged and up in arms and their blood pressure going. They want them to scream and yell and try to intimidate people. That's not the way that politics is supposed to work here in the United States. Well, I think I proved my point here today, guys. This was Mansplaining Mike. This was the Mansplaining Mike Show, and I'm glad that you guys tuned in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.